It was a doubly good weekend for both of you because Liverpool lost again this weekend.
Oh no! Oh,
We'll go to Wayne first on this one. Then you've just answered my question as to who I should go to first. Wayne, you've tried to dissect and kind of analyse what's gone wrong with them, but things aren't getting better, are they? What are you making of what you're seeing?
Um, it's tough, and this can happen to teams, and it can get them, and it can creep up, and then all of a sudden you're like, where did that come from? And I think we're all probably sitting here thinking, 3-4 weeks ago, no one's seen this coming, and it's hit them quick, it's hit them hard, and I think they're struggling to find a way out of it. And this is a time where the manager, the leaders in the team need to figure it out very quickly, because I'm a bit unsure. I think Van Dijk and Salah, obviously they've signed new deals and whatever, but I don't think they've really led that team this season. And I know there's been a few...
What makes you say that? In what way?
Just performances and body language. I think body language tells you a lot, and I think we're seeing slightly different body language from the two of them, and they're the top two players in that team, and if their body language is not right, that affects everyone else.
They've already lost as many Premier League games this season as they did last season. From a fan's point of view, I think we didn't play football obviously to the level Wayne did, but it's just so hard to see a team go from that dominance, isn't it, to what we're seeing now.
yeah. I think the warning signs were there though at the beginning of the season when they were just winning games by like late goals. I think the same sort of problems and stuff were there, but because they were managing to paper over the cracks, if you like, with a goal at the end of the game, and go on to win it, that people didn't really pay too much attention to it. But it so happens that now, like, they're not able to do that, so you're seeing it out in full. And do you know what? I think it is a hard one. I think there's a multitude of reasons. I think the Van Dijk and Salah not performing, usually there'd be other people there that could sort of provide those moments in order for them to go on and do something. And now it just feels like there's so many players trying to bed in that if they don't understand the culture of the club and they don't understand how to win, it's very hard for you to get out of that rut. I mean, it happened to City last year as well, didn't it? When they went on a massive losing run as well. And it is hard to get out of. And this is a time where you need like your manager to sort of look at his tactics. And what I found really funny was Arne Slot last season, any game that came out and they won, he was like, oh yeah, we did this was how we won it. We took the fullbacks there, this is what we did. And then this season, it just seems like he blames set pieces, or that, that team were playing long balls. And it's like, yeah, well, they're allowed to play long balls, bro. Like, find a way out.
Well, that's what happens when you win the Premier League. That's what happens, and teams try and figure out your weaknesses, and it looks like a lot of teams have done that this season, and you need to adjust, you need to adapt. We spoke about this with Amron. You need to adapt, and you need to be ready for teams maybe trying something a little bit different against you, and Liverpool haven't figured it out yet. So and also it goes back to the confidence again. Man United have found the confidence to help them kick on, and Liverpool are in a bad place at the minute, and when that happens, I can't explain it. It's so difficult. You don't know how to get out of it. You can see the goal, and then straight away you're thinking, oh, here we go again. It's such a hard thing to get out of. The best thing is to simplify things. I think for each player, the manager, simplify the performance, simplify what you're doing, and normally, if you've got better players, you win the game. But it's not that easy.
Slot has mentioned, as Kay said, about the fact that his team are weak to set pieces, and he's saying it in interviews outwardly. What did you make of that? Because obviously he's been around the block, he knows what he's saying. Will that be sending a message to the players, the right type of message?
Yeah, but I also think that I've worked with a few Dutch managers, Van Gaal, Koku, Ron Koeman, and the one thing they are is very honest. And I think what he's saying to the media is what he'd be saying to the players. And set pieces are massive in the game, obviously, but and I'm sure that the work, and I'm probably doing more work than I've done on set pieces. But they keep conceding from them, and and other teams will be looking at it thinking, they're vulnerable. Let's put the ball in this area where maybe they wouldn't have before. So it's an issue for them, but yeah, you've just got to get through it. I think that's That's what happens in football when you're weak at something. Teams try and make the most of that, but you've got to try and get through it any way possible. Get through it, and it'll be starting with one game. The next game, let's not concede from set piece. Let's not get done with long balls, and you have to bring everything back. And I know it's a cliche, but back to basics. You have to bring everything back, and then you can start building again to try and improve after that.